Stargate project, I think it's going to be something that's very special. It'll lead to something that could be the biggest of all.
So with the recent announcement about Project Stargate, which is the U.S. federal government's $500 billion AI infrastructure project, we have to start thinking a little bit more about how all of the questions of what we could call alien intelligence are, how they're related to each other. Because Project Stargate, as most of you know, it was the name of the remote viewing project in the United States, but that some of the proponents of that project ended up also talking about connecting to extraterrestrials or interdimensional beings, as people are now calling them. As we are obsessed with UFOs now, and as we are also obsessed with psychedelics and obsessed with AI, it's like you can kind of see the coalition of points floating in front of you. All of these things are actually related. There is a connection, and that this connection is, of course, the idea of connecting to, contacting with, or mastering strange intelligence.
Oh my gosh, dude. Wow, look at that, man. Look at it fly. Well, if there's like, look at that thing. It's rotating.
And then if they can take that third hit, and some people can't, they're propelled into this other reality.
And you're confronted with some sort of intelligence that's beyond anything you could possibly comprehend in our material realm.
I mean, with artificial intelligence, we are summoning the demon.
This is Jonathan Pageau. Welcome to the Symbolic World.
And the ancient way of understanding this that was available to many people, like in the Middle Ages, they would call this demonology. That is the capacity to invoke non-human, strange principalities, those that aren't clearly aligned, at least clearly aligned, you could say. You know, that's what the idea of the genie in the bottle is as well, because the genie is not an angel. The genie is, in the Islamic idea, as a jinn. It's a neutral but mostly ambiguous being that you can encounter and then use it in order to accomplish what you want, to get your desire. It wasn't the same as a religious endeavor. The difference is the difference between this capacity being a side effect of your wisdom, your holiness, your dedication to God, and you're standing here and reaching out, trying to grab this intelligence in order to be able to get what you want, which is faster, stronger, better, more power. The narrative of AI is exactly that. We, on the one hand, say we are going to create this intelligence and it will give us more power than any technology that the human has ever come up with. And it'll probably subjugate us. It'll probably like rise up against us and make us its slaves, or at least like control us. And that is, of course, it's an image of the fall. If you think about it, this desire to take the fruit, and then that desire then rules over you, and then you become a slave to desire. And the other thing we really need to think about is really the idea of the strange and the idea of a strange intelligence. The AI isn't naturally the overseer of the human. Neither is the extraterrestrial. Neither is the being that people encounter in psychedelics. They're recognized as being fascinating, strange intelligence. They represent the foreign influence. And the causality doesn't really matter that much. We're not asking ourselves so much, what are the UFOs? What are the aliens that people see? Are they extraterrestrials from other planets? Extraterrestrials from another dimension? Are they foreign government weapons that are invading us or spying on us? Or are they a psyop from our own government that is lying to us for reasons that we don't understand? And the thing about all of those is that they're really the same thing in terms of story. There are alien intelligences that are trying to influence us, and we don't know what they are. We don't know what exactly their purpose is. I think that we have to be able to see through the smoke and be able to identify beyond the specifics of the thing we're looking at, how we're dealing with a very, very large pattern.